If an AI generator can produce a full track in 10 seconds, why does a company like Mastercard still keep a sonic branding agency on retainer? They have access to every AI tool you do, probably better ones, and they still don't press generate and call it done. That's not tradition, that's a business decision. So let's skip the taste argument for a moment and talk about the one boardrooms actually care about, the business case. Here's reason number one, the cost of failure. A flat, generic AI track that misses the mark isn't just underwhelming, it's a liability. Picture a financial service brand rolling out a new sound across 50 markets. If that sound feels cheap or inconsistent with everything else the brand says about itself, it doesn't just sound out. It quietly erodes trust at scale everywhere that sound get used. Fixing that after launch costs far more than getting it right the first time. New recordings, new rollout. A brand team explaining to leadership why the sound had to be pulled. A sonic strategist carries responsibility for the outcome. If it fails, there's a person, a contract, and a process you can actually hold accountable. An AI generator can sit in that meeting and explain what went wrong. The accountability is worth paying for, because the downside of getting it wrong is expensive. Reason number two, scale. A global brand doesn't have one touchpoint that needs sound. It has dozens. A regional ad campaign, an app notification, a trade show booth on the other side of the world. Different teams, different agencies, different countries, and making sound decisions independently. Without one system managing all of it, things fragment fast. One region picks a track that feels right for the campaign. Another region does the same thing completely separately. Within a year, the brand sounds like 5 different companies wearing one logo. An AI tool generates one file for one prompt. It has no visibility to the other 40 files being generated by other teams in other time zones the same week. A sonic strategist's actual job is managing that whole system. Guidelines, asset libraries, an approval process so the sound stay recognizable whether someone hears it in Jakarta or Berlin. That kind of coordination is not something you can prompt your way into. Reason number three, and this is the most people miss. Businesses change. A brand refreshes its visual identity every few years. It enters new markets. It merges with another company. It launched products for the founders never planned for. Every one of this moment should tell the sonic identity too. But one of AI generated track doesn't know any of that happened. It just sits there frozen from the day it was generated. A sonic strategist is retained, not hired once. That relationship means someone is actually watching the brand evolve and adjusting the sound alongside it. New market, a new cultural context to account for. Merger to sonic identities that now need to become one, deliberately, not by accident. New product line, a sub-identity that still ties back to the master brand sound. That's ongoing strategic relationship, not a file you download once and forget about. So here's the actual answer to the question we opened with. Brands don't keep paying sonic strategists because AI can make a decent sounding track. They pay because of what a strategist is accountable for. Fewer costly mistakes. One consistent identity across every market and every touchpoint. And a sound that keeps evolving as the business itself evolves. That's not something a prompt can be responsible for. At Dimulti Music, this is exactly how we work with the brands. Not as one-time delivery, but as ongoing sonic partner. If your brand is growing, entering new markets, or realizing your sound hasn't kept up with your strategy, let's talk. Link is below. Let's build a sonic identity that grows with your business, not one that gets left behind by it.